I'm going to try to tell you a story before this video ends. Here we go. By the time I was 19, I had already been experimenting with painting for a couple years, but it was really just experimenting because I was totally obsessed with drawing in my sketchbooks. So when I transferred to putting artwork on canvas, I would look at one of my sketchbook drawings and try to recreate it on the canvas. And I hated that. I was never happy with them. I thought they looked like crap. And it was mainly because they didn't look exactly how they looked in the sketchbook. And then I realized that when I'm drawing in my sketchbook, I'm just doing it very spontaneously, and there's no plan, there's no pencil, there's no sketch. I would just start drawing with my rapidograph pen and see what would happen. So eventually I realized that's what I need to do with my painting. It was just a little tricky because canvas is more expensive than paper, and it just seems sort of precious. But once I realized you can just paint over your canvas a bunch of times and it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, the whole point for me was just the process and to get it down. So that was a huge step for me, and it really opened a lot of doors as far as creativity and being productive and becoming more of a painter instead of a person that just draws in sketchbooks. At this point, I've been painting like this for 20 years, which sounds kind of crazy. Anyway, that's my story of graduating from sketchbook drawings to painting on canvas. And I don't even paint on canvas anymore, I just paint on wood panels. If you're a painter, I highly suggest making the switch because the wood panels are way better than canvas. And it looks like we still have a little time on this video, so I wanted to tell you about this random thought I had. A while back, I read this quote from an author, and he said, "Books aren't written, they're rewritten." And what he meant was that there's a lot of editing that goes into the process. By the time that book is on a shelf at a bookstore, you might be reading the 12th or 20th draft for all you know. And I think the same could be said about painting. If you watch this video again from the beginning, just take note on how many times I have to go over the black lines until I get it just right, which is kind of funny to me because my favorite art is really loose and sketchy and you see a lot of brush strokes. And I try to do that, but I can't help but make these clean lines a lot of the time. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss future videos. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.